NJPW Windy City Riot in Chicago. Now, was it as windy as they say it was? Was there a riot? Let's find out, shall we? First match, well, pre-show, before we get to the main card. Pre-show. We had RJ Tino versus Zane J. And they were promoting the hell out of Zane J. So, sounds like Zane J is going to be somewhat of a name going into the near future. I'll give this match a 2.75 stars. It wasn't like, oh my god, over the top. It was something. 2.75 stars. You know, Zane J wins by sharpshooter. Now, before Zane J hit the sharpshooter, RJ Tino hit the sharpshooter as well. And then they kind of, from that to Zane J doing it. And then, anyways, after that, Zane went on the mic and he congratulated the courage of RJ Tino, and then he talks about debuting in Japan. Like, actually talked about his time to debut in Japan in the New Japan Dojo. I'm like, I don't even know the guy, but okay, I guess they have plans for the guy. Maybe he just wants to go and train in the New Japan Dojo. I guess. I don't know. Anyways, now we get into the main card, because you know how it is with a New Japan show. They'll give you one pre-show match and then wait a bit, and then the main card, right? So we start off with the opening of the main card. We have Tom Lawlor versus TJP. Tom Lawlor being one of the faces of New Japan Strong, so he's got to be on any New Japan Strong card, no ifs, ands, or buts, right? Tom Lawlor, a great wrestler. TJP, an amazing, phenomenal wrestler as well. Very, very technical matches start with, which I don't mind. I like technical wrestling. Well, you see a lot of the ratings when I give a lot of wrestlers like ZSJ, Zack Sabre Jr., or Bryan Danielson. Like, I give these guys like 3 stars, 3.5, 3.75, 4, 4.5, 4.2. You know, because I don't mind. I like technical, because there are moments where, you know, you want that high fly, high explosive octane, and then there are moments where you want it very grounded, like technical. And this match gave it to you. So if you're a big fan of technical wrestling, this is one to watch. And also kind of surprising for TJP, because TJP usually is like a mix of a high-flying brawler, if you will. Some technical, but mostly high-fly brawler. So he did a good job. I'll give it that. I'll give TJP where credit is due. He really showed off with a good technical wrestling, because Tom Lawlor himself is a technician and a brawler. He's both. So we can go with that. Also, I like Tom Lawlor's outfit because his nickname is Filthy, right? But I liked the way he came in with, you know, the Daisy Duke denim shorts, and it was almost like a sort of a Canadian tuxedo, if you will, but not really. But I liked it. It kind of fit his filthy gimmick, or nickname, if you will, Filthy Tom Lawlor. But they didn't introduce him as Filthy Tom Lawlor, though. That I will say. It was confusing, but I was like, it fits. I like it. You know, throughout the match, both were going after the legs. That's what they were doing throughout the match. Both of them were going leg for leg, tit for tat on the legs. I was like, sure, why not? Then it got really explosive, and bam, and then back to technician, and then bam, explosive, and then back, and then boom, explosive, and the match finishes with a frog splash. 1, 2, 3 by TJP. We're going to give this a 3.25 stars. So, we're going good. We're opening up real good at the main card. Now we got match 2. We have a match that I was looking forward to. I didn't mind the TJP Tom Lawlor match because I like TJP, but I was looking forward to this match. Mina Shirakawa versus Azumi. I like both female wrestlers. Both of them are not all, but some of my favorite female wrestlers from Stardom, which also now Azumi and Mina Shirakawa are very heavily prominent with New Japan Strong, because New Japan Strong now has a women's division, so anybody from Stardom. So I'm happy that Azumi and Mina Shirakawa were on the card. This match, oh my god, this could have been, I'm going to say this match was very explosive from that get-go, very, very get-go, and it was like blink and you miss it type of match. but it ends in the worst possible way with a terrible, terrible finish. If they finish this match properly, I would have given this match a 4.5. Seriously, this match would have gotten a 4.5. And to make matters worse, they didn't decide to capitalize on the F up they did, the screw up that they did. They could have capitalized and realized, wait, we messed up. You know what? We have a little bit of time. Go back and do it properly. Nope. They decided to live with their screw up, which was a double count out. Please, this could have gotten a 4.5 stars. This was terrible. Like, why? Why? I'm just as confused as to why they needed to stoop to AEW levels. That's right. This is AEW lows, where it's like, hey, maybe shock and awe would help. I'm sorry. You should already know this by now, New Japan, that this does not fly. Not with you guys. Even both wrestlers, literally, after the show, because this is the morning of that I'm recording, I found out that both of them were actually pissed off. They weren't. It wasn't. Nobody knew that they got angry and actually legitimately tried to get through the Young Lion Dojo security. I'm like, yeah, you even pissed off your own like, seriously, don't ever do this crap again. Please, just properly finish the match. Like, a double count out would be fine if we had House of Torture and War Dogs. They don't give a crap, and they're still fighting, and they're beating up security. They're beating up Young Lions. They're beating up wrestlers that are trying to stop them. That's fine. This doesn't. Now, you know what I'm giving this match? A 3.5, and this is New Japan's fault. I'm sorry. They put on a banger. This could have been match of the night. Could have been. I'm sorry. Could have been. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, New Japan. You dropped the ball here. And I'm being legit. Should have never, ever, ever been a double counter. Ever. Should have either let Mina Shirakawa win or Azumi win. What should have happened was simple. Fans are upset. You see the two ladies are actually legitimately upset. Quickly call an audible and be like, restart this match. And quickly give an audible to the referee to tell him, you know, you guys have like 3 minutes. Just go 3 minutes, finish the match. You know what? Mina is more over with the crowd. Give it to Mina. You know what? Azumi is supposed to get this big opportunity at Stardom. Give it to Azumi. But no, they just said, leave. Boo. Boo. It's still a 3.5 match because the match was amazing. If the match wasn't as great and it was an average match, I would have just flopped this off. But it wasn't, because these two ladies know how to wrestle, and they were. Sorry. Why can't I speak right now? These two ladies have wrestled each other in the past more than once, and they have good chemistry. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Chemistry. That's the word I was trying to get out. Chemistry. Oh my God, why couldn't I speak there for 2 seconds? Anyways, let's move on from this debacle here, because I don't want to speak of this any further than I already am. We move into match number 4. Match number 4? Hold up. Yeah, match 3 on the main card, but match 4. We have the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag title. New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team titles. Yeah, that's it. That's what it is. We had Kushida and Kevin Knight versus Joel Nelson and Royce Isaacs of World Class Wrecking Crew. They used to be called the Californian Wrecking Crew or West Coast Wrecking Crew. Now they're a World Class Wrecking Crew, which now they get introduced as WCWC, which I get the pun, I get the joke. Ha ha ha, very funny. Anyways, what do I give this match? A 3.5 stars. This was a good match. Was it the greatest match? No. Was it a good match? Yes. We also had TJP at ringside watching, and that kind of said something like, ooh, TJP wants tag titles. TJP wants strong openweight titles. When the match was over, TJP then looks at Jarrell Nelson, and Tuck grabs the belt and tugs him back in and gives him one little look, and Jarrell pulls over. TJP let goes of the belt, and you're like, ooh. United Empire. Ooh. Are we getting TJP Francis Akira? Ooh. Or TJP and Callan Newman? Ooh. Are we getting more gold in the family? I don't think it's going to be Callan Newman because Callan Newman holds the IWGP tag titles. I think it's going to be Francis Akira. But then that means almost everybody in United Empire will be holding gold, which I feel that that's what they're going to do at Resurgence. They're going to give the match to United Empire's TJP and Francis Akira to face against WCWC and new strong openweight tag champions, United Empire's TJP and Francis Akira. And then we're going to have a nice celebration with United Empire where we have IWGP tag champions. We have strong openweight tag champions. We have TV champion. We have championship gold. Anyways, this match, 3.5 stars. This was good. Back to the match. We had the finish was low blow, referee distraction. Jarrell Nelson kicks him, and then power bomb 1, 2, 3. It's like, all right, that's fine. Now we move into the next match. We have the strong openweight title. One of the matches I've been looking forward to since they announced it in back when Ishii and Ishii and Gabe Kidd went into time limit. I'm like, yes, please. I would love to see an Iron Man match. And oh boy, oh my brother, oh, I'm smiling from ear to ear throughout this whole match. Ooh. Shortly into the match, a slap fest starts. Face slap. Oh, it was like, woo, wow, go. Go, 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 go. I was like, yo, I was sitting there like, yo, this is how you started with these two. These two are nonchalant. These two are in your face, smash mouth style wrestlers. That's how you do it. And it gets really explosive into the match. And then we have a chop fest for 7 whole minutes. Body chop, chop for chop, tit for tat. Then they do some moves. Then they go back to another 3 minutes of chopping. And I'm like, yes. Again, I love chop battles. It's kind of my thing. I love chop battles. So it was like, oh my God, I was smiling ear to ear. Woo-wee. I can't believe this was like superb, Then they go into like an empty space. Like they go into, like an empty space in the front row. Like Gabe Kidd throws Ishii there, and I was like, yo, they set this up perfectly, because when you have an Iron Man match, you can have a no DQ Iron Man match, but definitely there's no countouts in an Iron Man match. So this one was a no countout Iron Man match. And I was like, yo, this is beautiful. They made space for them, and they were beating the ever-living crap out of each other outside. And then they come back in the ring like, oh my God. And then a little bit more of a chopping, and then back to explosive back and forth. I was like, yo, this is amazing. Wow. I was like, wow, wow, wee, wow. Wow, wow, wee, wow. And then first pin goes to Gabe Kidd with 7 minutes remaining. And I was like, yo, is Gabe Kidd going to do it? But guess what? Ishii then gets into an armbar, then gets into a triangle choke, then back into an armbar, back into a choke armbar, a choke armbar, both, and gets these tap out. It's 1-1 with literally 2 minutes remaining. I'm like, is somebody gonna get the last fall? Nope. Match ends because Gabe Kidd goes for a clothesline. His arm is completely decimated because of the armbar that he was in, and then finish it with the armbar choke. He couldn't. His arm was so sore. Like when he went in and clotheslined, sold it. I was like, yes. And then rolled out with 3, 2, 1, and they said sudden death, and I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. This is awesome. Yes, we got another like 3-4 minutes in sudden death, which, by the way, is what they should have done with Mina Shirakawa and Azume. But anyways, besides that, this was awesome. 4 more minutes, and the last fall to the finish gets explosive as hell, and we see not one, but 2 pile drivers, because Ishii hits Gabe Kidd with 1 pile driver, 1-2 kick out. Second pile driver, 1, 2, 3. We have a new, strong, open weight champion, the Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro Ishii. And this match, so far, actually, I will just spoil it for you. This match was that's right, my match of the night. And this is getting a super mega ultra golden up. Wait, that's not my show. That's not my show. My show stars. This match is getting a 4.75 stars. I'm so excited. I did the wrong show. 4.75 stars. This is the first 4.75 star rating on this since I've been rating and reviewing pay-per-views and matches. This is the first 4.75 stars. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. 4.75 stars for this 30-minute Iron Man match for the strong openweight title, Gabe Kidd versus Tomohiro Ishii. Give them a round of applause. They deserve it. Give it to them. Match of the night. Now we go into the next match. We go ELP and Rocky Romero versus Tetsuya Naito and Titan. Getting a 3-star. Titan pins Rocky Romero. It was an average match. I love Tetsuya Naito. I like Titan. I love Los Ingobernables de Japón, but this was average. Moving on to the next. The only reason I'm not speaking much on this because it was average. What am I going to talk about? Rocky Romero and Naito started, and then what? Nothing really crazy happened. 3 stars. Wasn't bad. Not saying it's bad. Average. 3 stars. Because again, you're living up to Tomohiro Ishii and Gabe Kidd. You know what I'm saying? You're living up to that. Whew. No one can live up to that. That should have been the main event, but I understand why the main event is what it is. Anyway, next we had David Finlay and Zack Sabre Jr. 3.25 stars. Typical ZSJ Finlay match. We've seen it before. This was good. But you know what I'm saying? Still ain't gonna hold up to the openweight title match. Ain't still gonna hold up to the Iron Man match. Next, we had Shota Umino, the semifinal. They like to call it semifinals. It's technically a co-main event, but I get it. Semifinals, co-main event. Shota Umino versus Hiroko Goto for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Champion Hiroko Goto coming in. The GTR. 3.25 stars. This wasn't the best Goto match. We've reviewed Goto matches before, and he's gotten 3.5. He's gotten 3.75. He's gotten even 4 stars. But this one, 3.25. Because again, you ain't living up to Tomohiro Ishii and Gabe Kidd. You ain't living up to that. No, you ain't. And because you have to live up to that, that's the standard, bare standard now for the rest of the night. I'm sorry, New Japan kind of put the wrong match. Again, they didn't expect this match to go as hard as it did, but it went hard. Anyway, slow start, but I'm going to say that it was a slow start, but I get it. Sometimes Shota likes to be slow. Sometimes he likes to right out the get-go. Goto is the same way. Sometimes he likes to start slow. Sometimes he likes from the get-go. So I understand where they went, right? So we pick up near the end, and I was like, okay, you're picking up at the end. I'm like, you're getting a 0.5 extra because you're pushing it past average, right? You know, then after that, Goto goes on the hits the GTR pin 1, 2, 3, goes on the mic, thanks the crowd, thanks everybody, and yes, Goto Revolution. And I'm like, yes, I'm here for the GTR. I'm here for the Goto Revolution. Just like everyone else, I'm here for Goto Revolution. Anyway, now we go, before we get to our main event, we had a special announcement from none other than Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks. I know, a lot of people don't like them, but come on, gotta let me have it. I was happy to see them. They challenged the War Dogs at Resurgence because it's in their hometown, right? Rancho Cucamonga is near Ontario. It is, right? I was happy to just hear that the Young Bucks were on the card for Resurgence and they challenged War Dogs, but they did say, we're going to call a couple of friends and it'll be too sweet. And I was like, the Good Brothers are returning to New Japan. Let's go. Or it could be the New Brothers are, or the Good Brothers are returning to AEW. But then again, that just they're just flip-floppers then because they go, this is what they do. They went from New Japan to WWE, WWE to TNA, TNA to AEW, AEW to TNA, TNA to AEW, AEW to WWE, WWE back. It's like they're just, but I don't care. I like the Good Brothers, and it's gonna be too sweet. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's the Good Brothers, but who knows? But who else is too sweet, you know? Anyways, then we go into our main event, what the event was about. Thank you, Tanahashi. Final match, Tanahashi's final time in the United States. Before we go into this match, I want to say thank you so much to Hiroshi Tanahashi for everything you have given the world of wrestling, everything you have done for New Japan Pro Wrestling, everything you have done for Japanese wrestling, everything you have done for Japan as a whole. You are truly the ace of not only New Japan, but the ace of Japan. You are today's Antonio Inoki, and I very much heavily respect everything and thank you. Arigato gozaimasu, Tanahashi-san. Now let's get into the match. We had a very good match. I wanted to give this 3.75 stars, but after watching more of it, I was like, no, this match, 4 stars. This is a 4 stars. Man, the crowd after the match, the whole match was like boom, well, boom, well, boom, and then slow down for Tanahashi. And I get it because Tanahashi's a little bit older and he's not what he used to be. So I get it. He slowed down a bit, like one of his final swing blade wasn't as impactful. The frog splash or the splash from the top rope, but I get it, his age. But still, overall, great match. Both of them show, and I really, really love and respect what Tanahashi did for Konosuke Takeshita. He put Konosuke Takeshita over, and I told everyone this, and I'm going to keep preaching. Konosuke Takeshita is going to be the next big star, and you mark my words, he'll be the big star. That's right. He's going to be a huge mega star. Look at this. Kenny Omega put the stamp on him. Tony Khan put his stamp on him. Don Callis put his stamp. Will Ospreay put his stamp on him. Hiroshi Tanahashi put his stamp. Who else do you need to put stamp on this man? This man is going to go to the stratosphere and up and climb. Man, respects to Hiroshi Tanahashi for what he did, for everything. Everything that he did for the company, everything he did. I really will miss you, and when your time comes, I will. And I'm going to promise you this. This is my promise, that if everything aligns correctly with, literally aligns correctly with my life and my everything, I will be at next year's Wrestle Kingdom. If I can. I'm not saying that I 100% will. I said if everything aligned, meaning I'm not talking about, I'm just going to purchase and go. No, I'm talking about if timing, something could come up, right? But if nothing comes up and I'm 150,000% free, I will be there at Wrestle Kingdom to celebrate with Tanahashi's final night, his retirement night. I want to be there for Tanahashi, 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts, if I am completely free and nothing comes up. Because Tanahashi is my favorite wrestler out of Japan, and he's in my top 10, and he is the most well-respected wrestler ever, and he deserves every adoration. I want to see that live. So, at the end of the night, though, Tanahashi thanked the crowd, which I was like, yes, go Ace. He told everybody how grateful he is. He said now that he's president, it's time for him to be president. And he was taking photos with everyone, in which I was like, yo, this is the best time ever. What other wrestler has more love, respect for the industry, the fans, and everybody alike? No one is Tanahashi. He is. And like I said, when people compared Hiroshi Tanahashi to Antonio Inoki, they're not wrong. He is the modern day Antonio Inoki. Again, arigato gozaimasu, Tanahashi-san. I hope I will be there to watch you live at the Tokyo Dome for Wrestle Kingdom 20. Anyway, if you guys watched Windy City Riot, please let me know in the comment section below your thoughts and opinion. And how do you feel about Tanahashi being the final time he'll ever show up in America? Hey, he might come to Canada. I doubt it. But anyways, what did you guys think of the night? Did you guys like Windy City Riot? Let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, remember, if you're not yet subscribed, you see over here, right here, somewhere, I see over here, somewhere here, the red button, right? Hit that red button. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you turn on notifications. Share this video around for everybody to see. Anyways, remember, as always, enjoy life. Keep on collecting. We'll see y'all for another video.